Goodness to you. It's Sporty King, and you know this is not your first rodeo with me. You know when I say goodness, it's because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But I'm happy to say, isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Welcome to Gift Friday. I created it because so often we hear people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what allure does Friday have to that person that took their last breath on Thursday or any day before that for that matter? That's why instead of TGIF, what I say is what I learned through Psalm 92 and 2. And that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. Therefore, instead of TGIF, I use TGIT. Not thank God it's Thursday, but TGIT, thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight, which allows me to connect another spiritual blessing to that. And that is Matthew 6 and 34, which says, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. Yes, darkness always precedes the light. So consider instead another use for TGIF. Instead of thank God it's Friday, how about trusting God is free? Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost you to receive the greatest gift of every day? The gift of waking up. Doesn't cost you a dime. So what we can do therefore is move that T from TGIF from the front to the end, and we get what we should be thanking God for all the time, the gift of another day. And when we look at that gift, we look at it as GIFT and recognize that God is for today. And so welcome again to Gift Friday. Gift Friday is the online sharing of one of my poetic messages, which then becomes a gift to you, a downloadable poem that you can, if you'd like a copy, I'm going to make sure I tell you about how to get it at the end. But each poem that I read will be one of my originals, and it'll be my gift to you. So here you hear me read it and share this week's gift. And then it's something that you can share with someone to lift them up, as well as keep on board on your wall to lift yourself up. Now, check this out. Every month has health observances aimed at raising awareness to important health topics. I found out that not only is May Mental Health Awareness Month, it's also the only month that has at least one awareness topic a day. According to clinicaladvisor.com, May has 32 topics dedicated to awareness each day. In second place, September has 29. In third place, April has 24. And I'm pretty sure I remember that in last place is the month of December. I don't remember how many days are dedicated to awareness. But today, I've chosen a poem that speaks to a key ingredient in being aware of and being aware for. That key ingredient is you. It's you, that middle person when you talk about the threesome, that you must be responsible. Me, myself, and I. This week's poem is from my book, I Found Out I'm Living, an affirmation of life. And it's the sequel to, if you have it, my book, I Found Out I'm Dying, a celebration of life, which is about releasing the physical self. I Found Out I'm Living is about accepting the spiritual self. And that's why it's an affirmation of life. And this poem was written for and through the eyes of a class of women at Joliet Junior College in Chicago, well, in Illinois, because in Joliet, Illinois. And it was through a Learn to Earn 1999 program. It was on Thursday, April 1st, 1999, that I wrote this poem through their eyes. Now, you've seen me do it before, but our theme was self, S-E-L-F. So they volunteered words beginning with the letters from self. And then my creative challenge was to get all those words into the poem. The poem is called The Journey Within. And I chose it because as I remember speaking with these women about not getting, but keeping their lives together back then, I remind you right now that we are all involved in helping someone else keep it together, being aware for. Yet we can only help by being aware of and keeping it together ourselves. Kind of sounds like my Glue Wednesday, huh? God's love undoes everything. Wednesday, keeping it together. Meanwhile, you'll surprise yourself sometimes. Yet, as I once posted in 2021, feel blessed to be surprised. Yet don't be surprised to feel blessed. And here's what I wrote with that post. Enjoy your day. Today, I'm blessed to be online facilitating a reintegration day on the West Coast. Technology is a blessing. At times, I'm surprised at how well I use it. Yet, I don't question the intelligence and patience God gave me to learn to use it. Stop feeling your blessing has to be huge. Celebrate your ability to receive your blessing in bite sizes. Thus, the poem, The Journey Within. My next step surprised even me. On the outside, it was bold without a care. My smile, my walk, my actions aimed at the success so many have come to fear. For the challenge to maintain and repeat this pace has damaged many a fickle spirit and erased a lazy disposition. Fortunately, my path continues to feed and fulfill my stride to excellence through education. And as the vision of my fruitful ascension takes its shape, I feel empowered to describe myself in words that emulate my splendor. Smart, energetic, likable, funny, even stupendous, effervescent, luxurious, and fabulous, as this heightened interior awareness decorates a lavish exterior of sensitivity. My surroundings adjust to my rejuvenated likeness. My surroundings adjust to my rejuvenated lifestyle, allows itself to freeze in its tracks, while my focus on the prize cushions my every step. Family, friends, and fantasy strengthens my commitment to survive, as my search to flourish rather than exist becomes the passion that keeps me alive. My road widens in anticipation of the emotional celebration of a heart flushed with love, excitement, and stimulating thoughts of myself that suddenly become captured as the reality that guides my faith-filled landing in everlasting silence. And yes, this is only the beginning. Be aware of and be aware for, because you have to take care of and see the signs in yourself. Then have the courage to get some help. Knowing whether or not you need help, you will then be better able to see the signs in helping others. You see, when you take your journey within, you should find that you're the one that we can't do without. Remember to write, read, and listen to the number one influencer on your heart, and that's you. Have a safe moment. There's one right behind that, and it's a part of your gift. Meanwhile, when you download and receive your gift poem, you'll find that most of the capitalized letters and words beginning with one of those four letters, S-E-L or F, were volunteered by the women during my class. I added some while creating and challenged myself to have them in a row 3 times in the first half of the poem. For instance, I had SELF, smart, energetic, likable, funny. And then three times backwards in the second half of the poem, I had flushed with love, excitement, and stimulating thoughts of myself. SELF, backwards. So there's six stanzas in the poem. The first three, have self going in the same direction. The last three, there I go, have self going backwards. Okay. And this represented how the journey can turn itself around. And the poem can actually be read with the stanzas in reverse order, which is why the last line stands alone and says, and yes, this is only the beginning. Here's how it would sound. My road widens in anticipation of the emotional celebration of a heart flushed with love, excitement, and stimulating thoughts of myself that suddenly become captured as the reality that guides my faith-filled landing in everlasting silence. Family, friends, and fantasy strengthen my commitment to survive as my search to flourish rather than exist becomes the passion that keeps me alive. My surroundings' adjustment to my rejuvenated lifestyle allows itself to freeze in its tracks, while my focus on the prize cushions my every step. And as the vision of my fruitful ascension takes its shape, I feel empowered to discover words that emulate my splendor: smart, energetic, likable, funny, even stupendous, effervescent, luxurious, and fabulous, as this heightened interior awareness decorates a lavish exterior of sensitivity. For the challenge to maintain and repeat this pace has damaged many a fickle spirit and erased a lazy disposition. Fortunately, my path continues to feed and fulfill my stride to excellence through education. My next step surprised even me. On the outside, it was bold without a care. My smile, my walk, my actions aimed at the success so many have come to fear. And yes, this is only the beginning. So get a copy and check that out. But ask yourself, are your answers on the inside? Are you taking and enjoying the journey within? If you'd like to purchase a copy of the book, please do so at my website, sportyking.com. I will personally autograph and mail each one. Meanwhile, if you like a free copy of today's gift poem and you're not on my mailing list, email me at sporty@sportyking.com and request it. And if you are on my mailing list, you can just drop that in the thread. If you're on YouTube, drop it in the comments, not the thread, because the thread gets erased when the broadcast ends. And if you're not on my mailing list, the reason I say email the request to sporty@sportyking.com, tech tip that I always give, and that is if you just drop your request in the thread and then I email you the PDF, your security will block it as spam. Versus if you send me the request from your email, now I'll be responding to your email and your security will let the attachment go through. That's not just with me, that's with anything. So even think about that when you're sending something to someone and they don't know that you're sending it. You may think it went through, but the security may have blocked it. Okay? Hey, I'm Sporty King, and I wish you a happy Gift Friday and weekend. Be safe and remember that God is for today. Thank you. God bless you. And what's going on, Mandrea? Hey there. Good to see you. All right, down there in San Antonio. Well, I'll see you next year. Now, my Spurs, they're going to be rocking, but the ticket prices may go up. And Maxine, what's going on over there in Ohio? Good to see you. Looking forward to getting out there to see you and your people another time, sometime this year or next year. We'll see what God has in mind. God bless you all and goodness to you. Over and out. Ciao. Oh, what's up? There go my just caught her, my big sister. My big sister and spiritual guru. What's going on, Marsha? All right. Pulling it down in Chicago for me. I love all of y'all and everybody who's watching the video. Y'all be safe, okay? Over and out. Ciao. And keep taking the journey within.